and welcome to a new old and new tech video. Today I'm showing this radio, the ATS-505, which I bought brand new in 2001, and a very good radio. Had much fun with this radio, good reception on it. And it was my first shortwave SSB radio that I ever bought new. So yeah, always happy that I bought this one. A very nice radio, but the last few months it started to have some hiccups in the reception, and at some point I was getting the 20 meter band continuously on the radio, even though I was not tuning on the 20 meter band. So I had to replace this radio. I'm still using it, but for FM purposes or on shortwave to test if an oscillator will work. So the radio is not thrown in a cabinet and not used anymore. It's still in use, but not for shortwave anymore. So yeah, like I said, a very nice radio. A few things that I did not like about the Sangean is the fact that you cannot have an external antenna on the FM. It's only for shortwave. The FM was only standard from 87.5 until 108. And another thing that I did not like was when tuning on shortwave, you wanted to have 1 kilohertz steps, you always have to press this knob. At some point you get used to it, but I never did like that. However, reception was always good until a few weeks back when it started to act a bit strange. I reset the radio, hoping that it will solve the problem, but I think it's an internal problem that causes the radio to have continuously the 20 meter band communications on the loudspeaker, and even when you're not tuning and you're on a quiet bit of the shortwave, you are hearing different type of stations coming through. So yeah, well, after 22 years of intensive use, I can only say that it was a quality product. Let's be fair. So yeah, what to replace it with? I was thinking about an ATS-20 plus, but the prices of these radios are getting a bit higher. So yeah, that was out of the question. I still want an ATS-20 plus radio in the future, but not as a replacement for this. The ATS-20 has a very small display, and yeah, I'm used to having glasses on when I'm listening to the radio, but I did not want to do that all the time. So that's why I did not buy a new ATS-20 Plus. Instead, I bought a Tecsun PL-660. Not brand new, second hand. It was cheaper than a new ATS-20 Plus. And yeah, the moment that I placed this radio on Facebook, I was getting all kinds of remarks. It was a bad radio and stuff like that. Well, not for me. I wanted a new shortwave radio. Well, it has shortwave, and I have to say it's a very sensitive radio. I'm picking up a lot of strange things on my loop antenna outside, even though I don't have any preamplification on that. It's really a sensitive radio. There are a few things that I don't really like. A lot of people are just a fan, but there are a few things on the radio that I don't like, but I'm coming to that a bit later on. Um, when you what I said with the ATS, I'm gonna try to get those both in the screen. Um, what I did not like about the ATS-505 is that I could not DX on FM without a lot of hassle connecting an antenna to this telescopic antenna and then ground it. This radio has shortwave and an FM antenna input. I'm very fan of that. But a lot of people were saying, well, the PL-330 is a better radio than the 660. Okay. I don't know. I don't have a 330, so I cannot compare. I'm liking the big display on it, and another complaint was that its is very bad on battery life. Well, the ATS-505 was not pleasant with batteries either, so this radio works a day longer than the old Sangean radio does. So that's a big improvement. And I was getting comments like it's very bad on medium wave reception. It doesn't do that pretty well. I'm liking the fact that you also have a strength meter instead of an LED, like with the Sangean with the tune and the SSB. Never a fan of those indicators. So I'm liking the fact that it has its own strength meter. Like I said, it's a very sensitive radio. I like the fact that it has an input also for FM antennas. And yeah, I think it's a great radio. I think it's really a step up from the old Sangean radio, if I'm honest.